Dan and Dora have been married for 32 years. Their kids have grown up and started their own families, leaving Don and Dora as empty nesters. Dan is a construction foreman, and Dora manages a local library. They love each other very much, but they have their own lives. Dora loves to read. Dan loves to watch football, and hockey, and baseball. He eats his dinner in front of the television while Dora talks to her kids on the phone. In today's world, it is much too common for couples to feel a disconnect. We spend our lives in separate worlds. Maybe one spouse goes to work and the other stays home with the kids. Or maybe both spouses have jobs. In most cases, couples are split up during the day. In the evenings, we watch our favorite TV shows, chat up old Aunt Betty on Facebook, or look at pictures of our niece's first ballet recital on Instagram. While these activities are fulfilling and even worthwhile, sometimes they force us to miss out on the relationships right in front of us. I'm here today to help you become your spouse's best friend. There are 3 little things that you can do to break the disconnect forever. If you do these little things, you will connect better than ever before, and both of you will feel more satisfied. You will grow closer together, and you will help your spouse feel appreciated and admired. If you don't do these 3 little things, your marriage may stay the same, or it could deteriorate. If you already have an awesome relationship, that's great. These tips can take even the best relationship to the next level. Tip number 1 is easy. Make a point of telling your spouse every single day that you love them and tell them why. A mumbled, "I love you, dude," on your way out the door hardly qualifies. Take the time to be on their level and make eye contact with them. While you are looking in their eyes, touch them. In most cases, men love to be touched. It doesn't have to be sexual. Just put your hand on his neck or his arm, skin to skin, while you're looking into his eyes. Most women don't need as much physical touch, so holding hands or brushing her hair off her shoulder is sufficient. When you tell them you love them, you need to make it count by telling them why. Something as simple as, "Bill, I love you so much, and one of the reasons I love you is because you know how to get my heart, like the other day when you wrote me that sweet poem and brought me those flowers." Keep it simple or elaborate. Just make sure it's genuine. Tip number 2, show genuine interest in them and the things that are important to them. Ask them about their dreams and their goals, and then find a way to make their dreams and goals your dreams and goals. Maybe your spouse wants to run a marathon. Now, don't worry. You don't necessarily have to start running with them if you aren't a runner, but there are other little things that you can do to help them with that goal. Maybe you could watch the kids while they go for their run. You could buy them a cool water bottle that's easy for them to carry. You could even just find some cool songs for them to play on their iPod. Whatever it is that you do, make sure you're doing it with a genuine desire to connect with them. If your spouse loves tennis and you can't stand it, you don't have to play with them or buy them rackets. Just find a different way to show genuine interest in another area. Each day, pick something that interests them to connect on. Tip number 3, give them at least one real compliment every day. This shouldn't be something like, "Your hair is really shiny today." This should be something that you admire or appreciate about them. After you give them a compliment, qualify it with 2 examples or reasons. Finally, follow your compliment up with a question of how they got that awesome attribute. Let me show you an example of how it's done. "Bill, I just wanted to let you know that I really admire how patient you are with the children. I say that because today you were holding Jedi when he was freaking out, and later you helped Obi wash his glasses for the 478th time. How do you get the ability to be so patient with our kids when you have so much on your plate?" Now you would listen attentively as he told you the answer. As a recap, the 3 tips are: number 1, tell them you love them and tell them why. Number 2, be interested in them and the things that are important to them. And number 3, give them a real compliment. If you follow these 3 little tips, you will be able to connect with your spouse on an even deeper level. If you do, every day, your relationship will grow and deepen. If you don't, your marriage might just stay the same, and that's fine. But wouldn't it be fun to see if you could make your spouse blush with all this excellent communication? In closing, I challenge you to try these steps every day for 1 week. Then send me an email telling me how it went. I look forward to hearing from you.